Oh. I'm really quite liking this HATS studio. It's got some interesting features and functions, especially when I can actually combine it with my Ecamm Live virtual camera. So I'm feeding the virtual camera into this program. So I'm just going to shift it round to the cards because that's what I want to play with. I'm really enjoying them. Finding the system that Karen has designed for this here, and I will place that there. So the Curiosity Steampunk is the one I've purchased. It's the T card reading system by Tea with Karen. So I'm going to try connecting with Karen to actually, get a bit more information about them and the story behind how she designed it and why, because it's a wonderful little system. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Now, with this one, I am going to have to move this here. I didn't realise that was quite there at that point, so I'll put it over there. Oh, I can go a bit deeper there. Okay, I like left because Westerns read left to right. So I'm going to leave it there. So here we've got the cards. Now, this is a system that I found as I was playing on YouTube, and I had, and I'm going to do it this way because I can, and I had just been checking up on my own YouTube channel because each morning after I've done my daily live stream, I actually do go in to edit the channel and add the tags and all that sort of stuff. That's a normal part of doing some video streaming, live streaming. Well, it's my normal part. And saw this video afterwards. I'd finished the edits and that and saved it. And next thing that was playing, I must have done a search for tea leaf reading or something like that. And I came upon this wonderful little video that showed this system. So I'm actually going to start doing one, which is just going to be a general, like a reading for me around, and I don't think I do, like I'm just going to make it heart based, although it's just not going to be for romance as such. But I do know that card, I've played enough with it now that it's, I'm getting a bit used to how I'm just starting to get a bit used to how it actually works. So I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do too is put this link in for my Buy Me a Coffee so that if you feel inclined and would like to drop a coffee into that mix, and I can do a reading for you as well. Now, what I'm starting here is on the third, the third row in the middle of that lot there. So that's actually the heart card underneath. See how it's got the heart card? That's the pink, green, blue row. I've already learnt that, so I don't need to actually. Yesterday I was doing that, so I knew which was each row, but now I don't have to. I don't feel I need to actually explain what is there as far as those colours go. It's the way of actually learning the system from the look of it, and I'm really intrigued with it, so I love that system. And what we've got here is on the heart card, we've got that being the base card. So what's being read is from the heart with the passion of how much I love the cards and that, and just wanting to do a reading. So we're here with that cross card, and the cross is actually meaning, and this is where I'm going to use the little guidebook purely because I want to become familiar with what meanings have been sorted for it by Karen, just to be more true to the type of cards that she's created here, because I'm pretty sure that Karen's actually created them herself as far as the meanings behind them, that it's sort of in the vein of the Lenormand cards, but not exactly. So the keywords for that one is definitely the destiny and what's fated. So that's what is the destiny, what's the passion from the heart as well. I actually will read the heart card first in that one too, because that's love, passion, beauty, emotion. And what is a deep connection and the cherished possessions too. And we've also got with each of these cards, there is also a negative line of it, but I'm not going to dig into the negative unless the messages I'm getting are sensing, that that's what it is. It's take the negative. Because I personally don't feel there's a positive negative in the world. It's just how we perceive it, and we like to judge. So I'm just putting it in more the vein of this is what I'm feeling, and if it's coming up that way, it's how I'll be doing it. So we are looking at the deep connection of what love is and the rest like that, but not in the context of romance. It's just in the context of what I love doing and what we're moving through just in this reading to have a play. Because oh, I've got a magpie outside my window because that's where my window is that way. Really rather beautiful. I like the maggies. I like birds. So we're actually looking at, with the cross sitting on the heart space, that we're looking at what the passions are. What's what destiny, from that point of view of passion, and moving into that space and place that is our destiny. Why are we here? What are we going to be doing? What what is it? And moving into that, because we do come into this world and have our upbringings as being a particular cultural belief or conditioned understandings around things, because that's just how we manage it as parents to pass on to our kids. And we've had the same passed on to us from our parents and so forth and back into those timelines. So it can be painful. It can sometimes mean we do suffer from that because we've picked up beliefs that really aren't actually ours anymore. So that's why we're going to be moving into the next card here and see how that's the cross. So that's how we know that we've picked up the right card for the next one. So we've actually got the spider's web. So it's going to be creating that magic moving forward and having those wonderful moments. Good afternoon. We do have a visitor here. It's lovely to see you here. So thank you for popping by. It doesn't actually mention who you are on the back end of this screen. So unless it pops up in the actual what I'm saying, I don't know where to monitor this. Just says, yeah, good afternoon, and it's showing that it's Facebook user. So because this is actually connected to 5 different feeds, I'm not sure which 2 Facebook pages I've got it on. Oh, it's Kat. Hey, how are you? I'm going to put that up there. So wonderful to see you here. It's just a nice way to actually spend a Sunday afternoon, or part of it anyway. Because after this, I'm going to probably pick up a book because that's what this morning's reading was. So not that I'm going to do it just because it brings it forward to being a truth. It's just that it is a nice Sunday afternoon. And we've got a little bit of rain here. It was. So it's just grey skies. I was going to go for a walk. I might still do that. So anyway, we're up to the spider. And the spider being the first of the green cards, teapot cards. They are teapot cards. It's actually meaning that creative adaptability and, keeping on with it. It is a perseverance, but it's to gain the highest quality, highest good, the highest, it's rebuilding, it's weaving that magic, it's making everything just, well, perfect. You look at a spider's web and what does it look like? It really does look perfect. even in its imperfection, you know. So I think really, and it actually does signify the female, mature female card too, I suppose, because that's what most spiders, when they're the bigger ones, they're the females. Well, most of them, that is an assumption. Shouldn't do that, should I? So then we're going to go from the spider, we go to this card, which is the first of the green ones, and that is the horseshoe. There we go. I was forgetting to hold them up close for you. So in that one, we've got the energy of good luck. So moving through that wonderful magic of what is a horseshoe, and we're going into some good luck. And it is a younger male symbol is the key words here. Opportunities, money entering through marriage. I'm not sure why that would be a key word or key phrase, because, well, I suppose really these days mostly the money stays with the person bringing it in. It's not like it's all piled in. Anyway, you know, it's different to what it used to be, and it does indicate a bit of fast speed too, freedom and independence. So that's actually looking quite to be a positive as well. So we're bringing in that energy of getting things moving fast and into that realm of it's good luck. So what is coming to my mind is that picture of the, you know, the where there's the stick in the middle of it's like quoits, but you're using the horseshoes. I don't know whether it's got what the name of the game is actually, but I suppose it's there as something, isn't it? I can't remember what it's called. So we'll move on to the next card anyway. So from here, we're going up to this card, which is, as you can see, there's the horseshoe. So we've actually got the cane and the energy of the canes sitting on the horseshoe. So with the good luck, there's probably going to be a little bit of responsibility in taking care of ourselves in that. Don't get too over enthused, as far as, you know, the excitement can sometimes mean we're actually going to fall flat if we're not careful. We might need some help in certain aspects. What it's got there in the keywords is good advice, wisdom, knowledge, loyal and supportive. So, I mean, obviously a cane is a support tool mechanism so that you can actually help yourself along those little bit of rough bits on a pathway, that type of thing. So it is, do ask for the help when you need to, but from, the good luck continues because you are actually moving, it is moving into that the pathways are usually forward, but we can go backwards sometimes. So be wary that you are actually asking for help where it's needed and that type of thing, right? So we're going from that card to here. This is the next one that we need to be going to. As you can see, there it is. And it's the money card. We're going to move into abundance and good fortune in our financial stability. So we're going to have the wealth, the ambition moving forward, multiples of abundance. So put your mind to it that what you're moving toward, it is going to help support you in what your passion is, what's coming from that heart, and stepping out in faith in what you're doing. Okay, so here is the blue line. This is the next card there. See the money card? And what we've got is the heart card again. So that actually returns us to having a healthy balance with what we have in our abundance, not to overdo how much we love the money, but that what we're doing is still from the heart, and we've got it with true depth of meaning as we're working through what we've got in our lives today, or mine, or whoever that reading was for. Because I'm sure that there may be some who are going to be watching these as replays, and you're just needing to tune into what your energies are telling you, what your spiritual guidance is telling you, giving you those little messages yourself. I mean, tune into it and give it some practice. Play with it for yourself. A beautiful set of cards. I love them. I think they're absolutely wonderful. So, Kat, would you be interested in having a little reading with these and popping on screen too? I'm not going to ask you ad hoc, without any prior warning. You don't have to, but would you like a reading? And I can still do it as here in the, I don't know if I can actually reply to you direct in this. Oh, I can. There we go. Facebook user. Cat. There's a few things that you can do on the fly here. It's actually quite a lovely set. There you go. You don't have to come on screen. I can just do them for you whilst you still sit there and listen. It's fine. And what I would do, cooking. Oh, yum. I'm going to put that one on screen. It's lovely to be able to have the skills to cook. I do know how to, but I don't enjoy it. So I've lost a lot of what I might have had with skills of cooking because my partner is an absolutely excellent cook and does wonderful, wonderful meals. And he does muffins and he does pies. And you're doing cookies. And in Australia, we call them biscuits. And I know in America, the biscuits are our scones and all sorts of different things that we come up with our differences in language. So, and how we actually label our things and our food and some of those particular sayings that we have as different cultures and countries and, the way that we talk. It's interesting, isn't it? Is there a question you'd like to ask anyway, Kat? Because I'll just shuffle these cards again. Well, actually, the beauty of these is I don't really need to shuffle the cards each time. I can just be placing them all, and I do have to look at the table to do this because I'm still not quite able to shuffle yet, not properly. Doing this set of cards the way that we're doing them, I can just pile them. As you can see, I'm just piling them back there. And because I want all of my readings to be heart-based, I just put them there. So we do know the bottom card's likely to be. I'll just do a cut so that I don't know what the bottom card is. And then we'll just put them on the heart card because I want my cards to be heart-based, and that's where I'm basing it to do them. Right, let's have a look-see. I'm going to put that one on the screen for you, Kat. And I think that just flashes up. I don't think it actually stays there with this screen, with this system. So what I'm going to do is switch it around. Here we've got our cards, and all I have to do is just place them randomly on the mat. And I think that's probably what intrigued me so much with this little system of T cards. The ease, the ease of, you didn't have, not needing to remember a spread and what the meanings are with a spread and the layout, just making sure there's a card on each of these randomly placed like that. And there we've got all of them covered with a card. I'm starting to know what the rows are in the book, and at some point, I know at some point soon, I'll end up having the memory and intuitive feeling behind what the cards actually mean each time I do a reading. So, Kat, would you like me to, what I'm going to do is throw the dice as the starting point for the reading for you. So we're looking at work and what will the next few months bring for you, Kat. So I'm just rolling those dice. You've got 4 as that starting position for the dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's that simple. So that's going to be the start card. And isn't that interesting? What you're based on is good luck with your work. That is the base meaning of what this card's sitting on. And the cross, we've already felt gone into that one with what I've just read for that previous one, but in context of your work, it's actually going to mean stepping in faith in what you're moving towards, with that base of good luck with what your work is going to bring for you. It almost does feel like there's some parts of it that are going to be, is it your destiny? Only you will know what that is for within yourself. But it's more that, what are your feelings? Does it feel like it's being fated? It's almost, is it like a deja vu, or is it like something that, wow, I just knew I had to be here in this workspace place at this particular time to have this da 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 happen, and being part of, a piece of that jigsaw that's going to be crucial for the rest of it to make sense, that type of thing. So I'm feeling that there's probably the need to step out in faith, to know that what you're doing is the right path, the right piece of that puzzle for your work next. So we're going to this card next, being, as you can see, it supports the story. And we're moving to the next one, being the ship. Now, the ship itself is the next one in the book. And that's about, your own business card is what the first keyword is. So it is about the work part and changes within it, but you being part of that change. Having it could mean distant travel. If you're traveling for work, you might need to, but it's positive business things working forward, and it's successful journey. It might be a little slower than what you may want, because this type of travel is slow. The sailing ship, as you know, used to take a long time. But don't try to hurry it up. It will take what time it needs to, and just allow that movement forward. So 3 pink, this being the pink row, this is the next one. And here, that confirms it. So here we are moving with the energy into the good luck card. So here we've got the 4 pink. There, a very short story for you. You've only needed to have 3 cards read for this reading. That actually completes the story, because it takes, that good luck card takes you then to where we started. See that? So that is the shortest I've done in all my playing with these cards so far. And I only got them on Thursday in the post. So excited to get them. So wow to that. Trust that that's going to be how you're moving forward. It is good luck in your workspace in the next few months. So great news for you. Now we've got another one from Facebook showing up as a Facebook user. So you're on my profile page. I think if someone pops over that's on my Ros Boundy page, is it showing up there? I haven't even checked. I'm just going to go and have a look. Is it? No. So it's on the profile. I'm just wondering, I know I've got, it's showing in the hats, it's meant to be, I've got 2 Facebook locations showing, but they're both saying Ros Boundy. So maybe that is the profile only, but twice. I don't understand it fully, as you may have guessed. And is it even showing up there? Or is it the group? I'm not seeing it there. Let me go refresh my screen. It might need that. Or I should probably be looking at it on my iPad, which is over here. And that's where I could possibly monitor my iPad in front of me there, instead of stretching around way that way. Oh, yeah. So that is saying I'm live there. So it's Caitlin. So I might have to actually monitor on there, but I don't want to do it there. So I'm going to close my Facebook on the Mac. And thanks for having some patience with how I'm doing this, because I'm finding it's fun. And I'm also on Twitch, I might add. So I'll go to my Facebook, though, because I do know that that's the one it's on. Let me have a look. And you're probably seeing my hand there because I've got it over this way. Now, how do I go there? I don't want to go there. I just want to go down to where it's live streaming. Oh, yeah, there's the comments, I think. But the funny thing with that, I don't know how to mute that. Okay, Yeah, Caitlin's there. Interesting. I'm not sure. I've little things that I need to check out a bit later. So that's good. So, Caitlin, did you want to have a play with the cards with me as well? Would you like to come up on screen with me as well? I don't know how to do that specifically, besides apparently I can go. Oh, what's the freaky? I'm just looking at that and I'm thinking, what's the freaky? Is that on? Yeah, that's Caitlin. Yeah, it doesn't show it up on my Facebook page. Profile. It is because it's the profile. So I'm going to have to switch it to being my page, Ros Boundy, or the group. In the group, it won't let us do the names either. So did I show that comment up? I'm going to do it again because I like it. Freaky. Okay, let's go here. Yes, please. Now, I'm not sure because you're on Facebook. I think you might have to visit me over on that link that's up the top that flashes occasionally that says HAPS, where it's saying the Relax with the Cards Sunday the 7th. That's the title of the live stream. And then it should see all comments at HAPS TV. It should come up there, HAPS TV /@RosBoundy with the capital R and the capital B. That might be what you need to do to actually join HAPS. It's free. You don't have to pay anything for it. Join HAPS and subscribe to me, and then I can actually invite you onto the screen. And that'd be fun. Oh, my hand. So that was the hand you were going freaky. Yeah, plain forgot I had the camera there, didn't I? And that's fine. That is fine. Yeah, there. I need to put that on screen too because I forgot to do that. So it is Caitlin. I have verified that on the iPad. And there's some others. Let me have a look. Yes, please. Wow, I like these. Yeah, Kat, I like them as well. I've just noticed that comment. I'm not getting to, I don't see them in quick enough time to put all of them on the screen. It's one thing, it is a little bit slower than my Be Live to do that show on screen stuff. It's not as fast. So I think, yeah, I can only invite you on the screen once you're in HAPS itself. So I think if you want to manage to do that, you can. And I'll stay here until you want to do that, and we can have you on screen and have a play. So that's fine. Now, as we have a bit more of a look at these cards, I'll redo them for Caitlin, and we'll do a reading for Caitlin as well. So as you can see, it really is an easy system to do the actual reading. And it's the way that the cards fall that in itself will gauge what you need as far as the information from the cards go. I'm just going to do a cut of these, and like that, and like that, and there, and like that, that. And I might even do it again. It's sort of a shuffle, but it's not really. We just do that. See how easy it is? Now I'm putting them back there, and I'll pull them through. Okay, and we'll do another reading. And this time I might put the charms in it because I'll show you those. It adds another depth to it. And there might even be something else that I might add later. It could be the crystals. It could be anything else. Who knows? And that's purely because Spirit really does speak to us in different ways in how it gives us ideas and messages. I mean, for Karen, who designed these cards, there was obviously a spirit guidance in how she combined the ideas to bring this system forward in how the cards are read and making it really fun and so easy to actually present a different way to actually learn more about ourselves in using the tools that we can with divination or fortune telling or whatever word you want to give to it, because it's not always So I'm just going to go present on screen. So Caitlin is now on screen, and as is in HAPS, as you can see, her avatar has changed just that little bit when it shows up. Did it show up? And I'm going to put this one so it shows that again. And now because of that, I can actually go in and invite user. All done. Oh, it just gives your HAPS name. It doesn't give an avatar. So that's interesting. So now I can actually invite Caitlin into the screen, and she should, after a bit of time, actually be able to be seen in my studio so that she can be on the screen with me, and that's going to be fun. I'm hoping, I haven't even thought of putting a headset in, so if there's an echo as she comes in, you'll have to be a bit patient with the system as I work out, yes, I need a headset or not. Well, for me, I have AirPods. So we'll just wait for Caitlin. Now, one part of what the system is that Karen has designed, and this is where it's going to be a bit difficult for me. I found this little bag that I've got that used to be my mum's. And what I've done is put in here the little charms. You can see some little charms in there as I shake it. See the charms? Now they're charms that actually match. It's a bit hard with one-handedness to actually put them here in my hand. So there are some of the charms. I think it is all of them. So that's the 18 charms. And see how that just fell like that? And you can actually just sprinkle them, a few of them or all of them, all over the board, over the what we're reading here. And it actually adds that little bit of extra depth to a reading by having the charms there. So for this one, the star would be relevant for that space. It's very hard to see it with the distance from the camera. I'm just going to have to put my eCam up a bit closer, because what we've got here is the ladder's fallen on that card. We've got the boat. Yeah, that's a boat. Horseshoe, that's between, so we won't do that. It's linking. We've got the hearts not on one. The scales would be on that one. We've got two there, so that might be a deeper meaning in that. Pram's not on anything. That's how I'm going to read it. So I'll read it in combination with the extra energy from the charm that's fallen. So if we can get Caitlin on here, or I can just do it this way. And I think, oh no, Caitlin is there as being invited. I don't know how easy it is to get into the studio, not having been invited onto someone else's broadcast yet. So I'm not sure about that. So hopefully you're still managing it, Caitlin. If you can't, if you just want to type a question in, what emphasis, what focus you would like on your reading. If you can't pop in, just type it there in, in that chat stream, and then I can sort of go for it with that. And for anyone else that might be there, are there any questions that you've got around HAPS itself, or even around these cards or psychic mediumship? Any questions that you might have, certainly be able to help out with what answer I might be able to provide with that. Okay. So Caitlin hasn't actually been able to drop in yet. I might just explain how I came across the HAPS. Okay, now I'm going to shift this around for the moment until we can ascertain, get Caitlin on. So I'm going to do that this way. It's easy in the back studio of this one, it really is. So I'm quite pleased with it. I was actually introduced or saw HAPS for the first time. I think it actually was that I saw a video that a wonderful lady who does so many videos, live streaming. It's one of her things that she does, and teaching others with little videos and that. First time I saw Eileen Smith was on YouTube, And then I've just gotten to know her over time through the various channels that she works through, and connecting and really enjoying the time that she spends on her streaming. And there was one that had the HAPs, and she introduced me to that. So I was able to join and have this experience of exploring it myself. And I'm loving it. But what really is HAPS, because it was a little confusing. Oh, yeah, another live streaming platform. But what the emphasis was on, that it is actually free. You don't have to pay for it as far as doing the live streams in the studio itself. And there are little ways that you can actually be rewarded for being on this platform, so that, there's awards you can give and just say thank you to the broadcasters. And certainly there is a portion of the money that you would spend as a person watching and giving the awards. There is a portion that HAPs retain, because that's how they're earning what they need to keep the channel, to keep the whole thing going. So it's actually the broadcasting tools, it's the community, it's the collaboration, and it is actually simple for you as viewers to support those of us who are doing the live streams and the platform itself. And it's also it's also so easy to use, I've noticed, in the background, compared to, well, I first started learning OBS and then I found Ecamm. I've got a Mac and I saw Ecamm, and that's another reason why I found Eileen Smith. She was doing a lot of video on how to use Ecamm. She has Mac as well, and Ecamm, and wonderful. You don't have to have it, but it certainly makes life easier. So when you're actually broadcasting on this, you can, you subscribe and you get the notifications that I'm doing a live stream, or any others of those that you'd like to actually have join you. So it's all wonderful and new. I love it. So I still haven't actually got Caitlin on screen yet. Now, this is where I'm not sure about how to get her again. I don't know if I can tag in the comments, or I don't think I can actually invite her again. I'll uninvite there, and I'll do the invite from the actual invite. Whoops, no, I've got the wrong thing there. And see if that will connect and she gets it fresh to watch, but to be able to click a link to come in. And this is where I'm not 100% sure. Otherwise, I'm just going to start doing a reading, a general reading for her, and she can come back and watch the replay, or, well, I mean, it's always got replay here in HAPS, or the Facebook, or the YouTube, or the Periscope, or the, I think part of the 5 channels at the moment is Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, and Facebook, I think. That's 6 if I have them all going. Anyway, it can be interesting, can't it? So it's looking like I'm not seeing her popping up, and there's not any other questions in the stream. So I'll get rid of that one, and we'll switch this around and do another reading. And then I'll probably leave it there if there's no one else who's popped in to have a reading. So as we did with what was Kat's reading, I'm going to actually just use the dice to find which card to start with. So 6 and 5, so that's card 11. So there we've got 6 and 12, there's card 11, and that's got the star. So we'll start with that one. It's sitting, the energy as the base is the house energy. So it feels like it's wonderful, bringing things to home base, and actually, feeling that space, and space that is comfortable, homely, your home, whatever you want to make it. And the card that we've got that sits on that energy of the home is the bat. Okay, you can see the camera trying to focus in on that. And with the energy of the star that is reaching for the stars with the bat, we're actually going to use our intelligence, because it's what the bat means. It's got a wonderful sense of direction and being able to find where it's going, being able to find that pathway without bumping into anything. But it's also highly intelligent and knows how to think through what it needs to be planning and navigating and working through. So it's actually using that intelligence as a good problem solver. And the fact that there's certainly some dreams that are wanting to be focused, to be pulled into the limelight. Don't get too starstruck is what I'm feeling with this one, but it's also notice those stars and reach for them, that you have the ability and you can get there. Right, so the next part of our story is then moving on to the pink 6, which is this card. And here we've got the good luck for you as well. So move into, what direction it's going for you. Move into that energy of good luck. Know that. Think of the positives around what you want that's going to be, also including that level of good luck with it. And it's not just the potluck good luck. It's actually feeling those positives as you're moving through what you're doing in the day. So we're moving to 4, and we've actually got the charm with this one as well, and it was backwards. So this charm, they're so tiny, these little charms. Here we go. It's the money. It's a note. It's a money note. So here we go. We'll put that there for the minute. We'll turn the card over. There's the follow-on of the story with the horseshoe. And what we've got is the Tower for you in the next step. So it's going to build up from being that home base that we started. You're going to build on that good luck and have that wonderful level of, I'm just going to find the keywords, the level of work that you want to be working in to be able to create it, because this is the career card. It is the work card. It's moving to something that is going to be stable and creating that good forward fortune for you. If you're already employed, Caitlin, it could be that you're actually going to be working upwards in a promotional start type and having that success in that level of what you're wanting to be doing. I'm feeling that you do have choice with this. So take those steps confidently, because the money is there. It's going to be abundant for you as you're moving up to this one. Here is the next part of the story. And look at what we've got. It's even more money. So it's certainly emphasizing the energy around what's going to be abundant for you in the financial sense, as well as, the resources that you're needing to be using and all of that's going to allow you to do. So it's the wealth, ambition, and abundance. So from there, here we've got the blue row. See that? It's the blue colour there. And 6. So this is the money card for the next one. And here we are. It's climbing a ladder. So you've got further increase, further improvement, further advancing with what you're going to be doing. And I do feel that that's going to have further success. It's rising up. Carefully step up that, and being aware as you're moving forward of your own safety, that things aren't going to go too fast for you, and just taking those steps carefully. Blue rose still, so we're on card 3, verifies that. And this is where there might need to be a little bit of a slowing down, but you're going to have those beautiful winds taking you on further journeys. So with that card, it is about the travel and having possibly the international travel, or just over the borders these days at the moment with the COVID. I don't know what the restrictions are like as far as international travel, whether they've been released yet, or whether it's just bringing people home, like our Australians home. But what you've got there, it is a business related as well, it can be, but it's some changes in that direction of, well, it's touring. It's actually probably a holiday and having some time doing that. And it's going to be successful in whatever way that you're doing that. If you're looking at things more on that business level, that'll be successful too. So pink 3, here we've got 2 of those charms up there. My arm, whoops, that's one thing I don't like the look of my arm. We have the sword, that little charm. We'll just put them there, and we have the bat. Now, we already know what the bat indicates is that intelligence. So the card itself is the goblets, blue 5. And the goblets are about celebrating. So we're having, cutting edge. This is going to be the intelligence, finding the way, knowing the direction you're going, and it's going to be with ease because the bats fly through with ease. The sword, that really is that cutting edge of being able to know, it's that intelligence and knowing paired with the bat. It's really going to hone in on that celebration and rewards, really. We celebrate because there's something to celebrate. So pat on the back to you that you're going to have that wonderful success of, that whatever that goal is that you have in your heart and your mind, move with it and bring it to its fruition because that celebration is real. Blue, we're going to move to the 5th card. That's this one. And here we have the camel. The camel is about endurance, persisting, and keeping on moving forward. So you might doubt yourself at times, is what I'm feeling, but it's actually having that endurance and resilience to get past those self-doubts and the blocks that you might be putting in the way, opening up to that, knowing that it is successful, that what you're moving towards will happen. You will have those rewards. You will be financially secure and stable. You've got that happening with the celebration there with the goblets. Okay. So from that, we're on the pink row again, and here we have take those steps of faith. That's what I feel with this card. It is about what our own belief system is. So believe you can do it. Know you can do it. Understand that it's already as if it has happened. The celebration is there. And really move into that and live it as if. Okay. Then it's still on the pink row, and we go to the 2nd card here. So you've got all of the pinks have moved over, have been shown. So here we are with our heart card, that 3 green. So I'm just feeling that love self. You know you can. You know you can do it with what is that card of deep, stepping out in that leap of faith and knowing, trusting, loving self, knowing it is really you, that you have all of that is there. It's finding the balance, because this next one with the charm, I've got to find which way up is it. That way? It almost looks like a candelabra thing for candles, but I think it's actually, oh no, there it is. Upside down, that's a candelabra stand, except it hasn't got a stand. That's why I know. There's the charm top. It's the scales. Silly me. Which one was that on? 3, that one there. Okay. So with this one, we're going to have the card that is the sword. There we go. And you've got the scales on that. So as you're actually moving through the energy of the 4 green sword, key words are you'll overcome difficult situations with much hard work, and it might take some swift action and quick decisions, but it's certainly going to balance out to coming back to what you're needing to do, making it succinct and keeping it moving forward to what is that next step of this one that's got the magic of the spider's web, showing us the card of the sword and that the key, sorry. This one is the key. All right, so here we've got the key with the energy of the magic spider's web. They really do create magic. And all that, you're going to catch into that, what you need as well, because spider webs are the spider's home catching its food, but it's also the magic of how that pattern weaves its web. It's beautiful. And with the key, it's certainly going to unlock what you're needing to for that next step in your story, in the journey. And it's a pleasant surprise, so you're going to have those new opportunities. You're feeling that energy keep generating and evolving into new experiences. So the doorways are opening up. It's a new path to tread and moving into that it could be a very nice surprise. And what's that going to be, blue 4? Here we are at this card. Beautiful help coming along in the form of the cane. Now, the cane is a helper card. It's one that we can use as good advice, collecting good advice or giving good advice, having the wisdom and the knowledge, loyal, supportive, all of those things that you're able to actually hold dear and being able to give to others too, because of what you're going to gain as your success in this story, what we're experiencing here. That then will move back to 1 blue, which is this card. And here are the scales. We've got them here. It really is about balancing your life, balancing where you've had an exciting time with all this success and moving to the celebration, building up and gaining what money you need, the financial stability and that you need, having to make decisions. Some of them are a little bit hard, but they're going to get you there. And being able to actually sit with that energy of knowing your wisdom, what you've learned, being able to find that balance that you've got in your life by this stage. Now, I'm not sure what sort of timeline it's looking at. I think it probably is a few months. We might just throw the dice for that one in a minute. So we're moving from where we were at the scale. So it's the green line and 6. You've got a lot of these cards showing up for you today. It'd be interesting if it's the whole set. No, it's not. Here we've got the house card and coming back to home. And where did it start from? It came from the home card. So here we are. You are actually able to balance and bring your energies back once that equilibrium, once that feels right. You'll know when it is that focus back into that home space and completing this part of what is your journey, your story. And I'm just going to grab these dice and I'm going to put it in probably the form of weeks. How many weeks is this going to be a story through your days? And what we've got is about 6 weeks. You'll have that story unfolding and being able to bring that back into your energies as there's that chapter done. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling around this story for you, Caitlin. Now, I don't think you've been able to join in. No, that's something I need to do a little bit more learning on, highly likely, of what is the way that the HAPS environment studio works as. I'm looking forward to more of these because I'm finding it so much. It's fun. And it's even more fun when you actually have someone in the studio with you as a guest, like I did have yesterday with Dina. It was absolutely wonderful to experience that sharing. And so, look, next time that I'm on via this, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be tomorrow sometime, I'd love to progress this to being a daily, like I do my morning ones over on my Be Live. It's a fun platform. I'll keep learning, keep sharing. And just for all that you are, who are there, blessings to you. Keep being the best that you can be. If you feel that you would like to contribute via the Buy Me a Coffee site, I know that with that one that I do actually get the major portion of that one. It's the fees for that is so much less. But the fact that here on HAPS, the fees here, what you give is contributing to keeping this platform happening from what I can gather. But it's also contributing and helping support those who are the broadcasters here. Individually as you give a little award to each one, or collectively to the actual community of HAPS, because as a free platform it's looking really, really good. So I'm very impressed. Thank you for being here, and especially to those two who are here as replay. You are on various platforms, mostly at the moment commenting from Facebook, and that's wonderful. Be lovely to see if there's comments coming through on YouTube at some point in time, and the Twitter at some point in time, and all that's possible. Continue to enjoy your Sunday afternoon here if you're in Australia. If you're somewhere else in the world, continue with a lovely evening on your Saturdays. So I'm pretty sure it's Saturday evening in the Americas, and I think the UK is probably now they before or after. I get lost in the time zones. I think UK is 12 hours and US, Canada, and the rest is probably 16, 17, 18, depending which side you're on. So thank you for being here. And I'm going to pop up. This is where I really like this too, being able to have these different images. That's my business card as such. I do have another one of these. If there's any further questions, certainly do the direct message here if you're in HAPS already, or via my Facebook channels or the Instagram. I don't think that one's connected. I'm going to have to find out. And all different ways that there can be to connect with me. And I think that was all I had for this set. So thank you very much for being here. And I'm going to leave it there. And until next time that I'm on. Oh, someone's popped up a new comment. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you very much for that. A Twitter comment. I can see that here, but I don't know how it turns up on there. That's interesting. It's not telling where from. So that's interesting. Thank you very much. And Jafer. So till next time, sometime tomorrow, can't guarantee what time, but certainly keep, if you're here in HAPS, subscribe, YouTube, wherever, and I'll see you then. So keep